We are currently recruiting, which is super exciting. Just so you can see Yoda. Hello, welcome to episode 21 of the Updates Update. Lots of exciting things happening this week as ever. It's never quiet at Updates Towers or Updates HQ. Let's get to it.
There's some news from the Facebook advertising world. Up until now, Facebook has always penalised advertisers for using content that contains more than 20% text. But from now, Facebook is going to stop that rule. So effectively, you can use as much text as you like on your ads. We actually think that the 20% rule was quite a good one because having more than 20% text, Facebook still recommends that you use less than 20% just because the ad will perform better. But it's definitely good for us because I know the feeling when you've designed like a beautiful piece of content and it is just the tiniest bit over the 20%. So I am a fan of this new getting rid of this rule, but I would use it with caution.
Earlier this year, I redesigned the Birmingham Updates and Updates Media social pages. Now, as you'll all know, branding is an extremely important part of any business. It's the first thing that potential customers and clients are going to see, so really nailing down that identity is extremely important. Now, if you're thinking of starting a new business or even just refreshing an existing one, great brands and great companies can be identified purely through their colour palette. A really great tool that I've used before when designing colour palettes for various projects is a website called ColourMind. ColourMind uses deep learning to generate unique colour palettes which can be perfect for your next project. You can even upload your own images to the site and it will generate a unique set of colours based off of that image. It's a really powerful tool that I highly recommend for anyone who's stuck on their next design project.
I wanted to talk about TikTok and how their algorithm works. They've recently come out with everything. They've basically said that after the first 8 videos that people see on their feed, that's when the algorithm kicks in. And it basically looks at your account settings. So that's things like your language and your personal details that you've put in for your profile, the videos that the user has watched until the end. And then it looks at things like hashtags. And then it looks at the videos that you've engaged with as a user too, so that's liking and commenting. These are all really key things to be thinking about when you're creating your videos for TikTok, and really homing in on those key areas.
This week we've been doing our bit to give back. I'm personally on the board of governors for Ronald McDonald House Charities, which is an unbelievable charity. Like most, have had a really, really difficult time, and the biggest kind of blow was their annual dinner that had to be cancelled. But they have been innovating, which is great, and they have launched a virtual event which is on November the 12th from memory. So do go and check that out. At Updates, we're basically creating a lot of the films for the event to help and support where we can. So Tom has been out preparing to film, and I went down to the house on Tuesday to capture some footage for a bit of a promo that we're doing. So yeah, it's always nice to be able to give back, and something that we're hugely passionate about.
I've recently been filming and editing some video for one of our clients, Miss Macaroon, a fantastic social enterprise based here in Birmingham. As much of the filming took place inside the kitchen and had to be in a clean and sterile environment, it's a good reminder that when it comes to COVID filming, there aren't that many differences in regards to approach. With the exception of wearing a face mask for most of the shoot, I would always bring along hand gel, not knowing whether I could wash my hands. I might be filming in a location where the camera equipment gets dirty from being put on the floor. So in reality, there aren't that many differences, although it's likely to have an impact on your processes and slow them down slightly, having to fill in a more complicated risk assessment or making sure that yourself and the equipment are clean before you enter and before you leave a premises. It's an important safety measure, and it really shouldn't stop you from capturing some fantastic footage. Here's an example of some of the amazing macaroons that I was able to capture on the day, and check out Miss Macaroon's socials for more.
Today I've come out to get some Instagram Reels footage, and the reason being is because Instagram Reels is massive at the moment. Because of it being a new feature, it is now the time to take full advantage of it and to shoot material, because Instagram is now pushing that forward so it gets more views. So a video that we did about Digbeth Dining Club, as soon as that was posted, it went straight up to 30 views, which is fantastic. So I would definitely recommend any businesses out there to be utilising this feature now.
We are currently recruiting, which is super exciting. Just seeing, you can see Yoda. Very good. That's my pastime during lockdown, was just make loads of Lego, as you can see. So yeah, very sad, but it's what it is. Yeah, so at Updates we are recruiting. Just come off a number of Zoom interviews, which is great. I mean, coronavirus has been so difficult for most, and a lot of redundancies, which I guess is horribly quite good for us, because the talent out there in the market at the moment is just absolutely unbelievable. We've had some really good interviews, and hope to bring them on board from October. So yeah, another member of staff to on board during lockdown or during the pandemic. So that'll take us up to 4 that we've brought on, which is super cool, and just shows that obviously digital is where it's at, and a lot of brands are having to shift their strategies online and looking for the support from Updates to do that. So yeah, it's been a difficult time, but really pleased that we continue to hire and expand the team. So yeah, bring it on.